Tell you how the market has been range bound for months, with the Nifty struggling to hold decisively above the 25,000 mark of reclaiming previous highs. This is despite robust domestic flows and retail participation. So are FII flows capping the market's gains? Well, Kunal breaks it down. Listen in.
So yes, the big question over here is that why the index is behaving the way in which it is behaving over the last few months, and that too at a point where there has been so much of positive news flow which has been thrown to the markets. So we looked at a very strong and an interesting correlation between the FII numbers on the cash side and the way the indices have moved. And there's a very interesting pattern which gels up. So look at this graph over here. The bars are the monthly numbers of the FIIs and how the monthly numbers of the FIIs have a direct impact on the index performance. We start off from September 2024, where the numbers were slight positive. You look at the market closing, the Nifty closed up with a 2% gain. When the FI numbers were extremely negative in the month of October, November 2024, the markets showed very sharp kind of a correction. And same has been the tune when the FI numbers have been net positive on a monthly basis. You've seen the index making a comeback. That was in the month of March, April, May, June. And you've seen the FI flows slight positive. But then comes the month of July and August, where the FI numbers have again been on the negative side, and we've seen how the index has corrected. So look at the last 12 months of correlation, a direct correlation between the FI net numbers and the impact of that on the Nifty 50. Then we look at the more granular part, where we look at the short-term charts and we look at how the FI numbers have shaped up. Very interestingly, the three arrows which have been marked on the charts over here, all the three arrows are the days when the net FI numbers on the cash side has been more than 5,000 crores of selling. This was, the more recently was in the month of July, 2 days in the month of July where the numbers were net 5,000 crores of selling. In the month of August also, there was a point where the net numbers was almost 5,000, 6,000 crores selling on the FIIs. And post that, we've seen that the FI or the market data, if we go to the next slide, has been 3 consecutive days of selling. So what starts off with a very mild bit of a selling initially goes into a high vicious selling, and that has a resultant effect on the index, where for a consecutive matter of 3 days, you've seen the markets going down or into a corrective mode. So it's a very interesting data point. It tells us the linkage that the FI numbers have directly as compared to the Nifty performance. And if we start to see an unwinding of the short positions or a comeback of the FII numbers on the cash side, that itself could be a very big positive for the markets. And that's something which I'm sure all of us are waiting out for.